So, I love Pantheon, that's right. That's probably a bit of a confusing opening statement to be making for a video that is literally called Why I Hate Pantheon. But before you go rushing to the comment section to baby rage your heart out, let me elaborate. I love Pantheon, but I love him for a fucking reason. He's a fucking cancerous champion who's genuinely one of the most horrible lane bullies right now, has one of the most disgusting early to mid games of anyone in top lane, and I barely see him played at all. This is, of course, because I usually always pick him first, and I'm basically just one-tricking him at this point. But regardless, if you didn't know how much of a horrible character Pantheon was already, prepare to have your minds blown and your assholes emptied, because you might just shit the bed when you learn a little bit more about the intricacies of Pantheon. Welcome to Why I Hate. So you've probably seen a fuckload of lethality characters shitting up your games recently, whether that be Talon assassin creating the fuck over walls like he thinks he's Ezio Auditorio Balducci Fagacini Geo Peanut Butter Sandwich, or Varus literally half-healthing you from fucking halfway across the map like he's got a 5 kill streak in Call of Duty and he just called in a Predator missile. Or maybe that be Quintop, flying around the map so fast she makes Sonic the Hedgehog look like a fucking crippled turtle with no legs. Well, you'll be happy to hear that Pantheon, he isn't one of these kind of champions. Pause for dramatic effect. No, I'm just kidding. He is entirely one of these champions. Pantheon is a character right now that has basically 2 goals in life. And one of those goals is to fuck you up. Now, this might be okay if you happen to be playing a champion like Rammus. But if you are misfated enough to be playing a character that doesn't have the mobility to outmaneuver the sheer brute force and speed of Pantheon battling towards you with nothing but dollar signs in his eyes, then you're in deep, deep shit. You see, Pantheon and Pantheon players basically see enemy champions as extra minions. They're so squishy and easy to kill that sometimes it's easy to forget that you're actually playing against human beings and not AI robots. You are not you. You are not playing Twisted Fate, you are playing 300 gold. And then eventually, you will be playing 190 gold, and then you will be playing as the character 90 gold. To the point where you're literally not even worth the time investment required for Pantheon to kill you. He would be better off spending his time elsewhere, spending his mana killing 3 minions to make up for the amount he would get killing you. Unfortunately, Pantheon's only other goal is to get as many kills as possible to feed their insatiable egos in a game. I can safely say that I am not satisfied with a Pantheon game if I don't end it with at least 17 kills, which means if you happen to be identified as someone who can be one-shot, you will be one-shot at every possible potential moment. Even if it throws the game, even if you aren't worth being one-shot, you will be destroyed because you can be destroyed. So, what does Pantheon have in his arsenal to destroy you with? I hear you whimper from behind your monitor or behind your phone screen. Well, Aegis of Protection is his passive. Every 4 basic attacks or abilities, he gains a shield that blocks any attack from an enemy. A turret, a cannon minion, or a large monster. It also blocks any single target AD ability that does an on-hit effect. So, Parlay from Gangplank, Renekton Stun, or just tower hits. Since this does it after auto attacks and abilities, this means during team fights and extended skirmishes, you can have shitloads of these proc during a trade. It makes you fucking difficult to kill. It scares the absolute shit out of enemies they're basically going to be too terrified to even try and fight you because they can't do any goddamn damage to you. It makes tower diving a fucking breeze because you can tank towers for fucking days. I mean, legit, if you really want to, you could go full attack speed Pantheon and just sit under a tower with an enemy wave, and there's a good chance that you won't even take damage. Let's actually test how many tower hits we can block on towers before we die. Now, the fact that this works on things like Renekton's stun, or even Twisted Fate's stun on his pick a card, it's fantastic. I cannot count the amount of times where I've gotten this passive up and it has saved me in a 1v1. It's made me being able to tower dive to get kills, scare laners from wanting to harass me under my tower, giving me the pressure to mind fuck them out of a game. This is probably one of my favorite passives in League of Legends, without a doubt. It gives him the versatility to be played legitimately anywhere, top, mid, jungle. Fucking support, go for it. It will work, I guarantee it. In fact, I've literally put footage from me playing Pantheon support in this video in the background. And I don't blame you for not even realizing that I'm playing support though, because I'm fucking destroying everything and everyone in that game from the support role. Now moving on to his Q, it's Spear Shot, and it's a spell that makes him play like a fucking point and click adventure. It's really like you're back playing RuneScape back in the day, throwing javelins, trying to get that 99 range that you've been working for, throwing those javelins at goblins and ghouls. You press Q, you throw a spear. It's got a 4-second cooldown, so if that enemy is not dead after you press Q, you continue pressing Q every 4 seconds until they are. It can crit for 50% bonus damage too, so that's neat. That's not fucked at all. Aegis of Zeonia is his W, and once again, it is a point and click move where you jump to the enemy target, you do a little bit of magic damage, stun them for 1 second, and it totally refreshes your passive regardless of how close or far away it is to being up. On half of his kit so far, Pantheon already has 2 spells that he basically has to have absolutely zero thought or consideration put into. He is genuinely a brain dead champion, and it's that about him that I love. Barely anybody picks him to, despite being so damn easy. So I'd say give him a try. The only issue with this spell is that it's incredibly easy to counter. Quinvault negates his stun, flashing, dashing away from it, or jumping, anything while he's in the animation to stun you. It will get you stunned, but Pantheon is unlikely to be able to like run your ass down if you've blinked away. Nevertheless, using it to help in duels to get yourself easy edges of protection is the perfect cheese to the enemy. It's so good to cheese the enemy into trying to 1v1 you and then getting 2 or 3 spell shields up in a short space of time and fucking destroying them. Now Heartseeker Strike is his E, and it's part of the reason that he fucking one-bangs you in duels every single time. Now it's a 2-part ability that has a passive part which gives him 100% crit chance if you're under 15% health, which you will be often if you are against the Pantheon in lane, and an active that makes Pantheon throw his spears out in a flurry of stabs like he has absolutely no idea what he's doing and he's just guessing. Unfortunately, this is apparently an incredibly effective battle technique, as it does do a shitload of damage, as well as easily proccing spells like Thunderlords for that little extra bit of burst. Now finally, Grand Skyfall is Pantheon's ulti, and it is the most fucking incredibly satisfying ability to throw out for me in League of Legends right now. Offensively, defensively, it honestly does not matter, because you can use this shit however you want to become either a Predator missile from Call of Duty and fire yourself across Summoner's Rift to either cut off an enemy from running away in a team fight. You can catch their backline off guard whilst your front line engage. You can nuke half the team who are standing on your tower trying to take it down and do like 600 fucking damage straight off the bat before you even stun somebody. Or you can escape from ganks very, very narrowly from the 2-second channel time by just flying off into the air and running back to your tower. Oh, mate! Yes! Whew, see you later. In and out. That's good. Oh, see you later! See you later. Fucko. It's basically a free teleport, which is why I don't take teleport on Pantheon. Ever. I never take teleport on Pantheon. I take Ignite because I'm a fucking manly man who likes to punch things and kill things and stab things with spears, and I should probably go back to RuneScape if I'm being perfectly honest with you. Overall though, Pantheon is a champion for knuckle-dragging, mouth-breathing retards who are more skilled towards playing point-and-click adventure games like Monkey Island rather than high-paced action battle MOBA games like League of Legends, which is pretty much likely why I'm almost level 7 on Pantheon in the month or two that I've played him, and probably why I love him so much. So yeah, play Pantheon, or don't. The less people that play him, the more I get to fucking play him. So fuck off. Well, that's the end of the Why I Hate, but I've got some stuff to announce. I know a lot of people only watch the Why I Hate series, so I figure this is probably going to be like one of the better times to tell you guys what's going on. I'll be attending 2 events in the UK in the next coming months. The first one coming up is going to be Insomnia 60, which is late April, the last weekend of April. I'll be there with Candy Monday, Foxdrop, Firewall, and Hudzy Games. As well as that, we're going to have MCM Expo Comic Con, which is going to be the last weekend in May. I'm going to be there with Uber Ranger, Candy as well. I think that's it for the week, boys, pretty much. If you haven't watched my other videos, I've been uploading videos from my editors. I've got a couple editors in to help me out, who've really been helping me take some of the load off. Their videos, I actually find my videos funny now because I'm not the one that's editing them. They're really, really good quality stuff. These guys are putting a lot of love and attention into them. I would definitely go recommend it. If you only watch my Why I Hates, I would recommend going to watch that. As well as that, this gives me a lot more time to work on Why I Hates and also the Beast Mode videos that I really, really enjoy doing. Posted 2 Beast Modes like last week. You may not have seen them. One, they didn't really get a tremendous amount of views, but I think they're really funny and I think you would love them. I'd go recommend go checking that out. As well as that, just quickly, I've been streaming a shitload on twitch.tv if you want to go check that out. I'm sorry, I've just plugged myself about 50 fucking times. But yeah, I stream shitloads now. If you ever wanted to talk to me or play a game with me, there's your chance. And if you want to meet me, then you've got 2 opportunities coming up now. And so that'll be good. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Take it easy.